What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a first look at Weird West from the folks over at Devolver. This is a game that is set in a alternate Wild West environment where there's all kinds of eldritch monsters running around. You get to fire pistols, you get to upgrade gear. It's kind of an action RPG. I wouldn't put it firmly in the RPG boat, but it's definitely like action RPG-ish. It's got kind of like a Fallout-style open world where you can wander around and get into trouble. And so anyways, I've played about the first hour, so we're going to dive on in today. I'm going to give you my thoughts about the game, and if after watching this video, you wanted to get it for yourself, I'll have a link for you down below in the description. On top of that, there's a pretty good chance that on the Tuesday that follows the day that I upload this game, so that would be a Monday, I'll probably stream it a little bit more in-depth so that you can get 3 or 4 hours. Just check the whole thing out and see if it's something you wanted to actually get. So check that out down below in the description as well. My Discord and my Twitch stream are ready to go. I ping the Discord whenever I go live, and of course the Twitch stream is where the magic is going to happen. So since we have limited time to play around with, let's go ahead and start a new game. Let me guess, friend, no idea who or where you are, right? Sorry about that, it's part of the process. Brand's ready. Then it's time. Off you go, we're gonna be counting on you. Rude? That seems marginally painful. Like, I don't think there's a whole lot of things in life that'd make me pass out, but having a hot brand put to your neck kind of feels like it would probably make you pass out. We can leave the tutorials on just in case I forget anything that I want to explain. We won't enable the pre-order bonuses. I didn't pre-order the game, but the developers sent it over, and apparently it's like a pre-release, pre-order copy. Somewhere in the Weird West.
You were one of the most feared bounty hunters in all the West, but you gave that up, buried your irons. Traded them for a normal life. Tonight, though, that's all gonna change. Destiny's calling, and it ain't taking no for an answer.
You ain't taking our land, monster! Not after the land. Take the adult and kill the kid. No meat on the bones. Now let's move. Law's coming.
In the air, smell of gunpowder. Your son dead in the dirt outside, and a burning at your neck, like you've been branded with a cattle iron.
Alright, well, we can take a look around our house. There is loot around, so in this game, shelves and everything else can be looted. So I'll probably run around. Let's take a look inside of here. We got ourselves some beef jerky. Alright. There we go. Get ourselves a little bit of a cowboy meal to wash down the misery of our family being dead. How our husband failed to miss a double-barrel shot at that range, I don't know. Jane, I heard gunshots from town and came running. It was them Stillwaters floods, take 'em. Looks like they hit every farm from here on out to Galen's Crossing. They killed your boy. We'll bury the bastards for what they've done. But I ain't seen your husband, Alonso. If they took him, we gotta move quick before the trail runs cold. Alright, who are the Stillwaters? They call themselves a family of inbreds, maybe. They ammunition run, liquor, all that kind of stuff. At least they used to. Now they seem to be in the business of snatching people. Something's different, and I aim to find out what. Alright, which way'd they go? I ain't see where they went, but I got one of the bastards alive back in Grackle Jail. We can squeeze the dog for answers. Better grab your shooting irons, partner. I got a feeling we're gonna need 'em. You forget you buried your old gun out back with the rest of your gear when you retired. Once you're all healed, meet me at the jail. Alright, cool. Sounds good. I'm gonna go grab that stuff. Alright, so our dead kid is over here. We should probably, like, bury him or something. There should be a shovel laying around somewhere that'll make things work a little bit easier. You can zoom in and out. Mouse controls the rotation of the camera, and WASD is how you run around. We could get into the shed, but the shed's kind of locked right now, so it's not really going to be that helpful of an area. We'll grab the shovel real fast. We'll check the barrels. There's a pair inside of here, and apparently a pair of old spurs. go ahead and take that. The key to the shed is on the counter right there. I will take the tongs. If you're wondering why I'm picking up all this random nonsense, it's because the random nonsense sells in town for various amounts of money. And so it's not a bad idea to maybe pick up some vendor fodder. That way you can get yourself a little bit of cash when you first get to town and maybe get some upgrades. All right, so we got a crate back here. It's got some milk in it, dude. It's got a horseshoe. We've got like an axe for the pickings right there. I'll go ahead and take it. We've got our chicken right there. His name's Dave. Not really relevant to the playthrough, but, you know, in the interest of maybe scene setting and sort of explaining who I am as a character, maybe we just talk about the fact that that's Dave, and that's just who he is. You can pick up and move things around. I haven't noticed in my time playing if there's any point to picking up and moving things around. So, like, in some cases, you can pick up, like, you know, like a milk jug or something like that, and you can move it around. It doesn't seem like you can use that item in an interactable way, but, like, I haven't gone that far into the game, so I couldn't honestly tell you. I did some minor kind of research, seeing what I can do. There's our gear.
Pistol's grip matches your palm exactly. All blue. Been a while.
All right, so we got our gun. Now when we hold down right-click, we no longer rotate our camera, we actively aim. We can't shoot stuff over here. You can knock out all these bottles if you want to. Kind of a waste of ammo in my opinion, so I'm not really going to. We're just going to carry on. I gotta bury my boy. All right, so let's go ahead and huck a bell, apparently. We'll go ahead and dig a little grave over here. And then, of course, we got to go bury the dog, too, because he's our bestest buddy alongside our kid. You can press the shift key in order to roll. Oh, my dog's name is Ava. All right, well, we'll go ahead and bury the dog. There we go. I've taken care of all the various maintenance tasks that needed to be partook. We do have mail, though. Jane, ought to come to supper next week after the preaching's done. Morgan's making his famous rabbit stew. It's Huck's favorite. Let me know when next you come into town. P.S. Hope Huck's liking that teddy bear. Chloe insisted on sewing it special for his birthday. All right, let's go ahead and put the branding iron to some of those folks along the edge of town. I like that map border right there. They did this. So what was the other game that I played recently that did that? Airborne Kingdoms. That was the one where, like, the edge of the map was all frayed and kind of rolled over and, like, became a topographical map as you got nearer to the edges. That was kind of cool. All right, off we go to the Grackle. Uh-oh, I'm under attack by some coyotes. Huh, that's pretty brazen of the coyotes, man. I normally don't think of coyotes as being altogether that hostile. All right, let me reload the old pistola real fast. There we go. Knocked him down. We got one coming up from behind. Oh, I killed him. Okay. Ooh, got that one too, with 2 bullets left in the revolver. We can loot these corpses. They will give you meat, just in case you wanted to grab all that. You can cook it around a fire, just in case you get wounded. You can also use the bandages that are kind of on our hotbar over there to the bottom left. If you wanted to use stuff. So X is going to use our bandage, and then later on we'll get like potions and Molotov cocktails and stuff like that. There is a big knife right there. I'll go ahead and pick that up. There's also like a medicine bag right here. Oh, it's just full of food. Food you don't carry around inside your inventory. What you do with food is you just eat it on the spot. And so anyways, if you don't need it, you don't need it. But it's best to think of food as basically being kind of like a quick health restorative that you find inside of containers. There's nothing inside the barrels over there. Oh, is the vulture going to land on the body? Oh, that's a nice little detail. I like that. That's a good little detail. Okay, is there anything else lootable around here? Sometimes there's like these little grave mounds and stuff inside these little randomly generated encounter maps, and you can dig up the graves if you've got access to a shovel. Yeah, like that one right there. And sometimes they'll have some goodies inside of them. This one right here had a silver nugget. It's worth 10 bucks. So one of the fundamental mechanics of this game is crafting. You're going to find copper, silver, iron, gold. Basically, you're going to find nuggets all over the place, and you can either use them to upgrade your gear. The game uses an upgrade system that's very, very similar to D&D, where you get like a pistol +1, or you get like a Winchester +3, or whatever else. On top of that, if you don't have need for the nuggets or whatever, you can just turn them into ingots, and then you can sell them in town for like extra money, basically. Alright, so inside a grackle.
Folks hollering. Death and dirt.
Yeah, inside the old grackles, it looks like things have really fallen apart. Now, you can run around and you can search this entire town for any goodies you might want to get your hands on. It's up to you if you want to take the time to do it. Looting bodies is generally looked down upon. If any of the townsfolk or the guys with the little badges above their head, they see you doing it, you're going to get yourself into trouble. And so it's usually best to go easy on the thieving and stealing. There's a doctor's office key right there. Does that go to this back room? I kind of figured I was already in the doctor's office. What's that right there? Some chalk? $8 for some chalk? What is that, like magic chalk? Is it like chalk that does the dishes? Like, I'm sorry, but like I'm a little bit vexed about the fact that chalk is worth $8. Especially considering the fact that during this time period, I'm pretty sure that $8 might as well have been like a bazillion dollars. I think most people in this time period earned like, you know, $100 a year, like $200 a year. So $8 is a lot. That's a pretty good grip of cash. All right, let's go talk to the sheriff, and we'll get ourselves a little bit of a pointer as to where we want to go, and we'll get our quest moving. I'm doing my best to kind of skip so I've got my explorer's ADD taken over right now, where all I want to do is loot all the houses and steal all the goodies, but I gotta resist the urge. Flood's gotta say, it's good to see you wearing shooting irons again. Farming life never suited you. Alright, let's give this Stillwater bastard the squeeze. You tell us what we want to know and we'll only break your fingers and leave you enough to scratch your ass with. Y'all used to run ammunition, not abduct people. What's different now? Kiss my ass, lawhound. I ain't telling you a cuss. See, thing is, when your voice shakes like that, I don't find you convincing. You find him convincing, partner? Why don't you turn the screw on this asshole? Break his pinky! You crazy bitch, I ain't telling you nothing! He'll kill me! Okay, there goes the ring finger. Alright, the new boss, it's Shelby Cross! Shelby Cross, Flood's almighty. He ain't no man, he's a siren. Ain't normal, they eat people. I've been trying to track down Cross for years. Now we're close enough, I can smell the cannibal bastard. Alright, where'd he run off to, huh? Where'd he take Jane's husband? Get harvested. Here we go. I'll tell you, they're meeting at camp, 5 hours northwest towards Offerton Valley. Yeb, take you. Trail's hot, no time to lose. I'll holler on that relay if I learn anything useful. I gotta stay here and keep the town safe. You give them Floods out at that Stillwater camp, you hear? Yeah, that's cool. You know, I'll just go do your job.
Who took your husband? Flesh eaters. Best find that Stillwater camp while your husband still got blood in him.
All right, well, off we go. I very much like this world map. I think it's fantastic looking. It looks really, really good. Very Fallout-esque. You come across a merchant's wagon and stop to camp. Yeah, that sounds good. We can swing on through and earn a little bit of pocket change. We do have limited inventory space, and so unloading all the crap that we picked up from around our own house is probably a good idea. Let me see your goods here. All right. I will sell you. I don't want to sell my wedding band. That seems a little bit premature for this point in the adventure. I'll sell you the spurs, the tongs, the playing cards. I got all of it. You can take it. I'm going to keep one of the shovels, though, so that I can dig for treasure. We can buy ammo up inside of here if you're interested in that. We have $43 right now. I'd suggest we take the lockpicks. Some of the really, really good loot is kind of... Oh, it's $1 for one bullet. Gotcha. Okay, well, I'll buy out all your bullets then. I don't think I need anything else, and I don't think there's any grave markers or anything out here that we can loot our way through. I mean, it might be worth looking. I don't know why I'm looting these barrels. It already says that they're empty, but I'm just obsessive like that. I gotta check, I gotta look, I gotta palm through it and see if I can get the goodies. We can't go into stealth mode in this game by doing the left control button. It allows you to sneak around. That'll be important later on because sometimes there's going to be gunfights that are going to be really, really sketchy. And so sometimes you can whittle around the edges of the enemy camp and kind of choke them out and knife them and whatnot in order to get them out of your way. And there's a coyote over there. I don't really care about said coyote, though. We're just going to jump straight across that pit. Was that loot right there? That is loot right there. Oh, nice, dude. It's got some bullets in it. Sweet. We don't have a rifle or anything yet. Your character does naturally mantle anything that's like waist high. So that's a thing that exists. Let's see if we can sneak up on this dude. Here we go. Bum bum. Bum bum. And down they go. We can loot the guys that are out. You can hide them inside the bushes so that people don't find them. We've got his pistol right here, and I actually don't much care about throwing him inside the bushes. Honestly, I feel like we should probably just finish him off with a big old buck knife. Just make an example out of him. He did, after all, just kill our kid. I don't think I would be in a prisoner-taking mood, but maybe that's just me. All right, so as long as you're in the bushes, you're invisible. This guy's going to turn around and go this way. And... got him. Down he goes. Asphyxiation for you, my friend. And we've got one rifle bullet inside of there. There's also what looks like a Gausser service rifle. Yeah, I'll take that. That sounds good. There is a weapon wheel. There is a weapon wheel. It's on our left out. You hold that down and it'll allow you to pull out different weapons. You've always kind of got like a gun and a knife on you. However, having a repeater seems like a really good idea. I don't know if it's fully reloaded. There we go. We'll throw one more round into it. Let's go ahead and sneak around these guys right here. There's one down. Jump on out of the way of the dynamite that they tried to light us up with. But as you can see, the enemies go down pretty easy. I don't know if there's going to be perks or anything later on that allow you to rack the lever action a little bit faster. But for right now, we're not very good at lever actioning. We have to fire very, very slowly. What you saw right there was effectively my fire rate. We got some rat meat over here. We can cook by the fire if we wanted to, but we're on full health right now, so I don't see the point. Let me see if I can get around behind some of these idiots. If I can choke one of them out, I think that'd be just absolutely optimal. Oh. Okay, we got caught somehow. I'm not exactly sure how we got caught, but we got caught. I'm kind of beat up because they were blasting me in the face with heavy ordnance. Yeah, in fact, there it is right there. There's an ink pen on in there. I'll take that just in case I want to do any writing and scribbling. We've got whiskey over here. Okay, I'll take it. We've got just enough for another tube full of ammo. Nothing inside that crate right there. We've got some bandages. I don't know how he caught me right there, actually. I'm a little bit curious about how I got caught. Couple of sticks of dynamite. The good news is we can run all... Oh, there's a lot of dynamite over here. Okay, there's dynamite for days is what I learned. Fair enough. It does 100 damage. All right. We're going to eat some food real fast. That's the safest way to do this. We've got some seared cutlet right there. Actually, I've got all kinds of stuff on me. There we go. All right, so we're feeling quite a bit better. We may still find ourselves needing a bandage, but for the moment, it'll hopefully do. I'm trying to look around and see if there's any graves or anything I can dig up around here. There's one over there. There's one over there. What you got for me, dead man? What you got? Oh, we just found a bone. I don't know if there's going to be a big market for that unless there's like a major town full of dogs or something later on. I don't know. I'll hold on to it just in case we need to make like a puppy pal, but... Mound cash. We got ourselves a sturdy deer hide vest. Looks good. We'll throw that on. That is armor. It gives us a flat damage reduction. I don't think that it's reflected on your character at all. I don't think your character changes appearance or whatever. Honestly, I don't even know if we're in the main section of the game right now. It seems plausible to me that maybe later on, like we're in like a prelude right now. And this is a character we're going to be looking for on down the line. But this may be the main part of the game. Here, let me get my pistol out. You can shoot environmental objects. Come around that corner right there, why don't you? He didn't want to come around the corner, man. He didn't want the smoke. He didn't want the smoke and the thunder and the lightning and the pain and the suffering. All right, so we've got a Black Mountain Widowmaker shotgun. It looks like it's a shotgun revolver. Okay, so like a wheel-action shotgun. Sounds good. What else you got? You got a quill and medley, some ammo, and a shovel. Okay, sounds like a plan. Was there anything else laying around over here that I ain't got my hands on yet? Doesn't look like it. So I think the gear that you get out of caches might be somewhat randomized, because I got a perk point when I went through that mound cache the last time I played the game. Like I got it was like a gold card that allows you to go into the perk menu and buy up one of these things to make your character better. But anyways, doesn't appear to be there now. That's a Nymph Relic. What a Nymph Relic does is it allows you to go on into the abilities menu and you can buy abilities. So we can get like a roundhouse kick just in case we wanted to like roadhouse it up. We can get our shrapnel mine, lay traps for people. We can charm people and like brainwash them. We can rapid reload a shotgun. We can fan the hammer on our pistol. I myself am kind of partial to the shrapnel mine because it allows you to set up some cool combos and really like trick the enemy if you can pull it off properly. And so anyways, that's what I prefer to go along with. I don't much know if there's anything I want to do over here. There's a lantern over there. I don't know if I can hit it from here, though. Wasn't real helpful. There we go. All right, we're going to reload the gun real quick. Stay away from the melee guys. Gunsling a little bit with the shooty boy bandits. There we go. Gun them all down. I do like the action camera for when you like finish off the last guy in a pack. It's a nice little detail. It's fun to look at. This guy's got a machete and he's got a spoon. Okay. We've got another pistol. We've got some moonshine, some slugs, and some dollar coins. Looks good. We've got Shepherd's Grace white wine. I don't know if like a hot desert environment like this would be a great place to keep wine all nice and intact, but who am I to know about anything? Over here, we've got some rifle rounds. Okay, looks good. I should probably go through and figure out what guns I want to wield. So we have the shotgun. We just don't have any shells for it. One thing you can do is you can scrap weapons, and it'll give you ammo for that weapon type. You don't get gun parts or anything else like that, but if you find you're a little bit short on ammunition, instead of selling the guns, you can break them down, and it'll give you a bunch more bullets. Yeah, I do think that... Wait, did I drop all those? Or was that like a stash right there? Hold up. That was a little weird. I wasn't holding it down. I was just hitting it. And we did get some slag right there, so we can resell that at the general store. I thought I saw a +1 in here somewhere, didn't I? Well, I thought I did. Ah, well, such is life. Let me get some of that ammo back. There we go. All right, if I can find some shotgun shells, I'd love to run that shotgun. You can sleep if you wanted to get, like, some health back or whatever. You don't have to. It's an option, though. I'm going to grab all this corn. I don't really think I need an empty bottle. I'm at full health, actually. I forgot that I used a bandage on myself. We can pick the lock. There is no mini game for picking locks. It's just completely and totally just hold down button, get your loot. Didn't think there was much we could do with that big old bison skull over there, the cow skull, the steer skull. Ooh, we got some more. Okay, we got some more goodies over here. I'll take that. What's inside this crate? More lockpicks. I think it's safe to say that I've got a lot of lockpicks. Like, I am the lockpick emporium. Now, we got a bunch of bad guys over here. So we're going to blow up one of them with an explosive barrel because we're just rotten and hardcore like that. Get down behind cover. There we go, and waste them. All right, grab the goodies off that body. We've got a machete and a fork. Looks good. All the things a growing boy needs to be a badass. If you have to ask where the fork comes in the plot to become a badass, well... You got to work on your badass lessons. Talk to any Navy SEAL. They'll tell you they always have a fork on them. for dubious means. All right, we'll grab that right there. We've got a couple. I honestly didn't throw a single grenade this entire time. I probably shoulda, coulda, woulda, but, like, they've got pretty good sound effects on the firearms, and so it's always kind of tempting to just unload, you know what I mean? I'm a kid. I grew up in the United States, in the West, and so playing cowboys and whatnot, you just want to fan the hammer on that old, you want to fan the hammer on that peacemaker. Just pa-cow, pa-cow, pa-cow. Get on in there. Let them smell the gun smoke.
Clean boot steps. Stillwaters weren't too careful covering their tracks. Path's clear.
All right, so it looks like they went up to a little spot up there, so we'll keep on following them. Hopefully we don't run into too much trouble.
Something don't feel right. Hairs on your neck wake up. Danger's close.
Yeah, there's a lot of dead guys out here. They've all been picked through, too. There is some serious marinara laying around. We got a gold nugget right there, though. I'll take that. Get paid. Get paid. Ah, the passenger. You came. So it worked after all. Body suits you. You're on the hunt, I understand. Tracks to find your missing sweetheart. I can show you where they are. Don't let the trail go cold, though. I don't want to suffer through this any longer than I have to. Why are you suffering? Oh, you'll understand in time. Why are you calling me passenger? Aren't we all passengers floating along in life, pointless as a stick in a rushing stream? What do you mean about your body? What's a body anyways? An infinite weight, something that traps you here even if here isn't where you want to be. The tracks are over that way. Let's not waste any more time. Oh, you're coming too. So small children wish to join me in my gunslinging adventures. Personally, I feel like maybe inviting children along for this is a bad thing, but you know what? She's a small child with a terrible reckoning of the way the world works. She can handle herself. All right. I'm going to loot everything up that I possibly can here. Grab that. Ooh, we got a bunch of goodies inside of here. I'm almost full up, though. I can only hold 5 more units of loot. Can you imagine something so depraved? Forcing a man to only have 5 units of loot left. How does one persevere in these trying times? That's a weird spot for a dead coyote to be. Not exactly where I expected one to be. Well, it doesn't look like there's any outlying loot. I did my best. I swept around. I was hoping we would find something, like, awesome around here. You know, like, where's the minigun at? But no minigun. Did that little girl just poof into ashes?
Body off about her. A look in her eye, dead as river stone. Well, at least she pointed you in the right direction. Beggars can't be choosers.
They absolutely can. In fact, my experience in life is that beggars are almost universally choosers as well. All right, off to Greenwood Run. Oh, they've got different colors on the map there, too. That's nice to see. Beautiful. That's actually a really nice map. I like it a lot. We're light on your quota, Stillwater. Ah, we damn near ducted half a grackle for y'all. Don't talk to him like that, idiot. You have an issue with our arrangement? Yeah, I do. We ain't y'all's servants. We're Stillwaters. Damn it, far as I'm concerned, you and that Shelby lizard... You know, Stillwater, with all this back talk, you've gone and excited my appetite. You there. Any further issues with the arrangement? No, not at all. Next shipment will do better, I promise. Did that thing just slither upriver? Oh, I don't like that. floods.
Smells all wrong here. Sirens have been feeding. Let's hope your husband wasn't on the menu.
No promises. Kind of feels like it could swing either way. I don't think there's anything on these dead guys over here. I don't know if burying corpses is considered to be like a good thing, like something that I should aspire to, but it's not something that I'm doing. I'm going to go around the edges of... Okay, it was a coyote. Somehow, I thought that the enemy maybe heard my walking. 70 HP on the Ranger. We got to try out the shotgun. We have to. Is that guy just going to sit there? Hold on. We got to walk up on him. Yeah, that was satisfying. I accept that. It entertained me. Oh, my gun's empty. It's okay. I have more guns. I have many, many more guns. You know what this game kind of reminds me of? This game kind of reminds me, like, on the PS2, there was like a little spin-off Fallout game called Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, where it was like a little bit clunky and like a little bit janky, but ultimately you were like so starved for Fallout content that you went through it anyways, and like there was some fun to be had. As I recall, it had like Chimera and a couple other like heavy metal, like new metal bands at the time doing the soundtrack for it. But that's really what this game reminds me of. It's a little bit clunky and weird around the edges, but honestly, I'm so starved for Weird West Cowboy stuff that like I'm willing to just be like, whatever. I'm out here to hee-haw, bro. I'm out here to hee-haw. We've got a key right there. We've got a Black Mountain Widowmaker, a few more shotgun shells. I'm going to have to figure out this inventory situation. Does anybody have, like, a nicer gun? The Sharp's Quick Iron, 30 damage. Is that what mine is? Oh, it is. Mine's just a named version. Gotcha. Can be upgraded at the Blacksmith's Forge with 2 copper nuggies. I don't have no nuggies, though, dude. I'm nuggyless right now. There's actually not a whole lot left that I can scrap around with. I did like the shotgun. The shotgun was fun to use. All right, let's tootle around this camp a little bit and see what sort of trouble we can get into. There's a whole bunch of them over here. An unbreakable door. Really? Are you sure? Are you quite positive? Because I'm pretty sure I just done broke it. I'm going to see if I can get a stealth kill over here, but if I don't make it in time, I don't make it in time. There we go. We'll drop that one real quick. You got anything good on you? I do like that the enemies drop whatever they're equipped with. That's a nice little feature. I don't like playing RPGs. Jane, get me out of here. Is that my husband? I don't know who that is. Maybe it's just townsfolk. I have no clue. I don't have a prisoner key. Wait, do I have a prisoner key? I picked up a key off that other guy. What was the key to? Let's see here. Doctor's up. Oh, I do have the key to the prisoner cage. All right, get on up out here. Shane, never thought I'd see you in Bounty Hunters get up again. Good timing, though. Afraid I was going to end up on a dinner plate. Listen, I saw some of them heading down that well. Maybe you can get the bulge on them that way. I'll meet you back in Crackle. I bet Carolyn's worried sick, but I owe you my life, friend. Sure enough. Sure enough, quest is done. My guess is there'll probably be plenty of time to, like, sift around this place and find all the goodies in just a minute. Oh, he turned around. Oops. There we go. It looks like... Yeah, if you fire your guns at unaware people, you get a bonus damage modifier. Woo! Taking a little bit of gunfire here. There we go. Gun them down. Let the bomb go off. Woo-hoo-hoo! You sure you want to do that, partner? You absolutely sure about... There we go. Light them up with the shotgun. Put them up against the wall. That's how we like to do it out here. All right, well, I mean, we're pretty much exactly where we need to be at the moment. We've killed just about everybody in here. There is no word as to where the old hubby might be at. Might be somewhere around here. I do like this shotgun, though. I'm going to be breaking down weapons like a crazy person just because I got nothing better to do with all this stuff. Do I want the dub or do I want the revolving shotgun? Dub does a lot more damage. Yeah, throw the dub in there. We're going to give the dub a go. All right, we got a little bit more inventory space back, but it ain't much. Oh, they finding my dead bodies over here? It's definitely a point-blank weapon. They want you to shoot them up close with that one. A little bit of money right there. I take the bullets. Gun you down. Oh. Okay, so we can do like explosive barrel fun over here too. It looks like you can actively shoot the dynamite. There we go. Waste that, dude. Take all your goodies real quick. Oh, you don't want to... I was going to say, I wasn't sure if that one wanted a wheel on me or not. Because if wheeling and dealing's on the menu, my body is ready. Nothing left on the shelves over here. I'm trying to kill everybody before we move on. We got some shotgun shells right there. Definitely take that. Stealth feels kind of optional. Like, as long as you can get the angles on people, the game doesn't really seem to care. We should have some money incoming. Let's go ahead and, like, look around for loot or anything else that might be useful. I see, like, bullets and things laying around. A little hammer. A hammerito. Okay. I don't know if there would be anything inside the actual potbelly stove. But we can look. Yeah, nothing inside the stove. It looks like you can actually carry around some of the barrels and whatnot, too, in order to, like, set up traps a little bit more closely. And we got a bandage in there, some bullets in a can. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. A little bit of bread right there for the health meter. Dude, there's got to be all kinds of stuff around this map. Like, it seems like they're fairly good at sprinkling around, like, I guess, graves and things like that for you to sift through. What you doing over here? Cellar key? Something bad's gonna happen in the cellar, huh? There ain't no way anything good happens in the cellar. Adventurer's Handbooks. Travelers should not be at the mercy of terrible beasts of the West, so we have begun to study ways by which the tradesman or cattle driver may defend a trail from the monsters of the wilds. One new method may be that of silver. What arcane property of this holy metal causes the terrors of Fang and Claw to flee before it? Is there any truth to the rumor that werewolves in particular may be burned at the very touch of it? Read on as we examine possibilities. Okay, prisoner key. A well note. Put lock on well door to tunnels tonight or boss will cut rations again. Do not leave rope at well anymore. Remember this, Clyde. Okay, so apparently there's something going on in the well. Oh, yeah, there's a well over here. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's a mass grave. That's what a lot of dead bodies look like. All right, so anyways, here's my impressions thus far. The pacing seems to be a little bit fast. What with the dead family and all, with like no backstory other than like you were a bounty hunter, now you farm corn, go! But I can kind of forgive it since I get to shoot stuff like a cowboy. Like, that can assuage a lot of concerns. The soundtrack is spaghetti western, so everything checks the box right there. But what I really like is the sound effects. The sound effects definitely have, like, the plosive qualities that I like to hear from the snap of a gun. If you take a look at other titles, like Hunt Showdown, that's a game where the audio is done almost immaculately well. And it seems like this game may have taken a look either at that just to get that punch and that kick into some of the guns, or maybe they just knew that that's what it needed to sound like, but either way, they've got it right on the money. Some aspects of the movement, I think, are a little tiny bit clunky. Not general movement like with WASD, but the dodge roll's got kind of a weird hitch at the end of it, and I'd like that to be a little bit smoother, transitioning between, like, the beginning and the end of the dodge roll into, like, a slide walk almost. It lacks a little bit of fluidity, I guess. But I do like how enemies will try to smoke you out of cover with grenades or push if they have a shotgun the moment you stick your head down and try to think for a second. I don't think that the movement and kind of the cover system and everything else is quite as visceral as a title like The Ascent, which I think really, really nailed it. But all in all, I think this is probably a case where I haven't made up my mind yet from the 40 minutes that we've played so far. So I will more than likely explore the game a little bit further on stream just to get a feel for the later gameplay. That'll more than likely be on Tuesday or like the day after this video goes live. So anyways, my name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we had Weird West, a first impressions thereof. Tomorrow we will have something else. Thank you for swinging on through. That's about all the time I've got, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye, everybody.